change is a dangerous business. When I became Secretary of Agrarian Reform, I lasted only 3 months. In fact, I lost my congressional seat to become Secretary of Agrarian Reform. But after 3 months, the Commission on Appointment refused to approve my appointment because as Secretary of Agrarian Reform, they accused me of being too pro-farmer. When I was Secretary of Education, medyo nagtagal-tagal naman ako because I lasted 1 year. Pero buti ngayon, sa Department of Budget and Management, I've lasted this long. Although I did offer to resign the height of the issue surrounding the disbursement allocation program. But the President said that nothing really wrong. There was nothing, we did nothing wrong on that part. In fact, we did something good, and then unfortunately the Supreme Court didn't see it that way. So really this struggle for good governance has been going on for quite a while. And simply because you look at historically the way our country has progressed or not progressed, especially the way governments under governments have performed, despite all the potentials that we have as a country. We've not really reached those potentials. At the bottom of that really is the whole issue of the challenges of governance. Last night, I was here, mas marami pa kayo kagabi. And I already spoke about what I should be talking to you about on this afternoon. So I'm not going to repeat what I said, but just to give us room for Q&A, which I think is a good way of sharpening the conversation. I will stop here and introduce. Nagre-review pa siya pero nagulat siya na siya na yung susunod. What do we mean by good governance insofar as the budget is concerned? It's basically this. Number one, we spend within our means. That's very important because the failure of many jurisdictions is that they tend to spend more than what they can afford. And even in your household, if that happens, sa credit card nyo, magkakaroon kayo ng malaking problema until maririmata lahat ng gamit nyo, pati bahay nyo. So, we have to spend within our means. And we have a commitment that we started in 2010, and we have managed to stay within that commitment. And one of them is making sure that the deficit is under control. And we've managed to operate within our committed deficit level since 2010. And in fact, in some instances like last year and this year, we are well below our deficit cap, which means the deficit as a percentage of GDP. And that is important because when investors look to us, they look at those, how disciplined fiscally is this particular country. That's one measure of spending within our means. The other is the proportion of our debt to our GDP. Because it's not bad to borrow money if the investment of the debt is productive. If you earn more than the interest that you pay on your debt, then it's good to debt finance. And that's what we're doing. If you look at our debt management policy, the way we manage our debt, over the years, the proportion of our total debt over our GDP, yung inuutang natin, tsaka yung kakayahan natin na bayaran yung utang na yun, it's been falling from as high as 50%. If you read the papers today, nabasa niyo ba yung dyan, the ratio last year was 44%. As of today, it is 37%. If you hit 40%, you're good. You know, you're good. So, from those two angles, the way we manage our deficit, the way we manage our debt, we are doing very well. So that means we are spending within our means. The second one is spending according to our priorities. And Tina will tell you later on, papakita mo ba yung slides, Tina? Na we have focused on key priorities that we will be investing on. For example, in the area of social protection and social services, CCT, basic education, public health, you will see unprecedented increases in the budgets of those programs. You know, and you can also look at then economic services, infrastructure, irrigation, farm-to-market roads, roads to tourism zones. Never before achieved levels of investments. You know. And so you can see how, you know, we spend according to our priorities. And remember, the investments have increased sixfold, threefold, fivefold without our deficit increasing and without our borrowings increasing. Okay? So that's priorities. And then number three, spending with measurable results. Ibig sabihin, that's a new regime that we have introduced in the budget process. Hindi lang, pag tinignan mo yung budget, hindi lang puro numero nakalagay dyan. Hindi lang puro activities. Nakalagay din ngayon dyan, binigyan kita ng pera, sabi mo gagawin mo, gagawa ka ng eskwelahan, magre-recruit ka ng teachers, pero anong kahihitnan lahat niyan? No? It's not enough that you build classrooms. It's not enough that you recruit teachers. Will it decrease the dropout rate, you know, of our kids, especially in high school? Ang taas na dropout rate natin as much as half, 50%. You know, many of the kids look at high school as a terminal program, but still, many of the kids don't finish high school. In fact, by the time they get to tertiary, only 14% finish college. So, yung 100 ng pumasok sa elementary, 14 lang yung graduate sa college at kalahati lang ang matatapos ng high school. So, the outcome that we're looking for is, you know, improvements in dropout rates. Not that we want higher dropout rates, but lower dropout rates. Or halimbawa yung achievement levels, yung based on achievement tests, especially in math, science, and English. So yun ang outcome. Yun ang outcome. So, spending with measurable results. Now, we will do those three within a regime of transparency, which means, like, for example, the budget of 2014, 2015, and the succeeding budget, if you want to know what's in that budget, you go to the DBM website, and it's all there. You know, everything in the budget is there. In fact, the improvement that we introduced, and I learned this from Tanya last time, pwede na palang ganon, is we have adopted what is called the uniform account code system. So bawat item of budget has a code. Yeah. For example, Mayor, ano yung municipality niyo, Mayor?
Padada, Davao del Sur.
Padada, Davao del Sur. May account code ng Padada, Davao del Sur. So, if you want to know, ano ba yung mga projects na pupunta sa Padada, Davao del Sur? Projects sa DNR, sa DA, sa DAR, mahanap mo yun ngayon sa 2015 budget. Tama ba ito sinasabi ko? Tama ka. No, but that's the big difference. We have not only uploaded the budget, we are making it easy for you to look for very specific items in the budget. So, that's what we mean by transparency. You know. And then we need a regime of transparency and accountability. Ibig sabihin, at the end of the day, accountability is not only that we don't steal the money, but apart from that, we can show you where your money is going. So, may kwento yung ating budget. You know, may kwento yung ating budget. What do you want to do with the budget or the funds that you entrust to us? So, kaya yung accountability, kasama rin dyan kasi we promise, or every agency of government promises that with the money that you give us, we will return to you something, you know. And you will be able to determine or measure that. Kaya, for example, sa ating mga farm-to-market roads, you know, we insist that the era where before the practice was, they submit a lump sum, and then Congress approves it, and then after the budget is approved, that's the only time that they disaggregate the project. You know, and by the time they finish disaggregating, kalahating taon lumipas na, and they only begin to implement in the second semester. That's not possible. Now, we do not only ask them to disaggregate the budget, we also tag the projects. Each project, meron siyang identification number at meron siyang geotagging. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang coordinates sa mapa. So, kunyari gagamit ka ng drone o kaya Google Map. Mahanap mo yung project na yon sa kunyari sa Compostela Valley at malalaman mo at a certain point in time kung may progreso ba yung construction ng farm-to-market road. Kaya nga, in the future, we do not only provide you with the financial accounting or physical accounting. Ibig sabihin, anong nangyari sa pera or anong nagawa pa yung eskwelahan. We will be able to provide you with a visual accounting or audit. Sabihin, makikita kung ano. Especially these are very useful for projects like National Greening Program. Yeah. It's so hard. We only have one forest ranger for 4,000 hectares. You know. Imposible yan makabilang ng punong na tanim. And yet, there is a technology now that allows you, given a certain area, given tree species, you know, you can actually determine whether in fact the committed coverage for the National Greening Program, the number of trees, is being satisfied. You know, so it's a combination of, you know, using technology and the will of the administration to make sure that it reports to you that these things are possible. So transparency, accountability, and then the last, with engagement, with your participation, and more, we're opening the arena to make it, and we're making it easy for you to participate in the budget process. Of course, these are all in their incipient stages, nag-umpisa pa lang tayo. But there is a commitment, you know, to involve communities and local government units in the budget process. And one very innovative project that we started in 2013 is what is called the bottom-up budgeting exercise. You know? Because ultimately, what we want to do with the budget is really to empower communities. You know? And when we say empower, not just to be consulted, but to have a voice and a vote in the budget formulation, you know, through the barangay development councils, municipal development councils. Okay? Voice and vote. Importante yun. Kasi yung voice, magre-recommend ka lang. Pero kailangan sumama ka sa barangay council o sa municipal development council and make sure that yung perspective ng iyong barangay is reflected in the votation in the municipal development. Yun ang gusto natin mangyari. So, it's genuine empowerment. Mangyayari lamang yun kung alam ng mga community kung ano yung proseso ng budget. So, dadaan tayo sa pag-aaral ng ganyan. And uh,